Hey guys!
Howdy!
What's up? Welcome back to the Roomies Digest. My name's Christine.
I'm Monique.
And today we're doing our March TBR.
March TBR, March TBR.
March TBR, March TBR. Who can believe it's March instead of January?
Instead of spring.
Bum, bum,
Da 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 da
bum, bum.
da.
Obviously,
You know what we're doing.
yeah, we're doing the TBR
We
for
are.
March, and we got a fun group of books. So let's get into it, yeah. So the first thing that we're gonna do to start off our March TBR is we're gonna play our little color game
Oh. Okay.
where we pick a color
Yes. Okay.
and then pick a book based on that color. Monique, why don't you go first? I've already taken out the two colors that she's previously picked, green and blue.
Yep. Can I stick my hand
Go
in
ahead,
there?
yeah.
I know you're gonna snatch it away.
I'm not. Don't look now.
Oh, okay.
Which one feels right?
None of them. Just kidding.
Just pick one, jeez. Black!
Really?
A black book.
So what does that mean? A black
You
book?
pick a book that is black, the color black.
But they can have other colors in it?
I mean, obviously it's not going to be full black.
Okay, just triple checking.
Do you already have a book in mind?
No.
Okay.
I'll have to take a second.
All right, great. So Monique's color is black.
Yeah.
And then she's also going to draw from the Friends stack. These are books that friends have gifted us. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Jayla! Okay, so Monique is doing black and she's doing Jayla. So then for me, I've got to take out the colors that I've already done, which was orange and silver. Friends that I pulled were Rachel. So exciting! Okay. Red! I don't have anything off the top of my head, but I will figure out a red book. Cool. Names? Names, places, people, things. Carol! Oh my god, that's so great. Okay, so we're gonna go get our books really quick.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. Okay, guys, so we picked our books. Monique's gonna go first.
Yeah. All right, so first up, I have picked Exhalation by Ted Chiang or Chiang. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. It is a short stories of a guy that wrote or like inspired Arrival. So
Okay.
that's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. And I've never read anything by him. So, and it's a library book that I need to read. All right, and then Jayla sent us Darius Is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. And it follows Darius and him in his first trip to Iran and just, you know, feeling like he doesn't really fit in with his like Persian, you know, side of the family. And so it's just kind of like a coming of age story and it sounds really cool.
I mean, this book is hard hitting. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what I've heard.
It
about
literally says turns hilarious and heartbreaking. And I'm like, love that for me. I love that for me.
And then for my books, I am so excited to read this. So Carol sent me this for my birthday in June of last year, and I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. But it's The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. This essentially is a sci-fi that follows this one kind of like down on her luck girl, and apparently there are like alternate worlds, right? So there's this one girl living in one world, and then her like counterparts in like 9 other different worlds are like dying. And so it's kind of a mystery of like how these other like selves are dying and like why is she still alive, and that's like kind of the gist of it. I'm probably really butchering
That sounds
the
like
plot summary, but
book.
yeah, I know that Jayla has actually read this and loved it. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I've been wanting to read it for forever. So thank you so much, Carol, for sending this. I am definitely going to be getting to that to this month. And then for my red book, it is a book of the month book called Olga Dies Dreaming. You guys may have heard about this book a little bit, but essentially it just follows family in New York, and it's a brother and sister, Olga and Pedro. And essentially they have had to live without their mother because she is very prominent in politics, and like she's very outspoken, and she does a lot of like work for, I think, Puerto Rican roots. So it's all about kind of like Olga, I don't want to say coming of age because like she's older, but she's basically trying to figure out how to live like without her mom, and then suddenly her mom shows up, still doing like the political causes and things like that and not really prioritizing her kids. So it's about them kind of dealing with that. While also some of the worst, I think, hurricanes in Puerto Rican history, are happening. So it's like a bunch of like crazy stuff is going on right now. So yes, that might be the other one. I think that this is for the Brujas and Books book club for this month. I have to like double check. We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. So Olga Dies Dreaming is actually for Noelle's book club. It's just that Naomi and Cami are reading it for Noelle's. Yeah, so it's hot girl book club. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be reading. It's the March pick. I am going to be reading that book. So Olga Dies Dreaming.
It's been decided.
Is the red book. Yeah, exactly.
Up next, I am going to be buddy reading Pets by Akweke Umeze with Steph from Stephanie Bookish. We will be reading this for middle grade March, and I anticipate also reading Bitter.
The second book?
Yes, because this is going to be so good, and I have no doubts. But we'll see.
I love how good that book looks like.
Yes, it looks great. So Pet, I can already tell it's going to hit me in the feels, but it pretty much follows Jam and she's trying to save her best friend redemption with the help of Pet, which is a creature that comes to fight this monster. But the thing is, people are saying that monsters don't exist, so she has to pretty much fight this alone and take charge of the situation without any help with this creature that's come from her mom's painting. So it sounds like it's going to really hit me in the feels because, you want to do the right thing, but, when society is saying,
you're wrong.
It's not a problem.
Really hard to,
You're going to be like, but it is a problem. I can see the problem.
Exactly.
Like, I know it exists. So I already know that's going to have me in the feels, but this is Pet. Everyone loves this book, so I'm finally going to understand why everyone loves it. Very excited to read this.
Nice. The book that I'm going to be reading, my buddy read for the month, is going to be The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I know! Whoa, 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 whoa. Super excited to be finally picking up this book. If you guys don't know what this book is about, essentially there are, as we know, 4 seasons to the year, but in this particular book, there is a 5th season, and that 5th season creates chaos and havoc. Obviously, it's won some awards and it's got some really great writing because there is the second person perspective, which I don't know if I've ever read before. So that's going to be really interesting to read, as well as just mainly Black main characters. That is in the forefront of this thing. And as we all know, N.K. Jemisin is a master of her trade. So I'm really, really, really excited. I know that literally all of my friends who have read this book love this book. Yasmin, Stephanie, y'all, I'm finally joining the club. I'm excited. So anyway, I have high hopes for this one.
Excited for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I am still doing the buddy read with my mom for Jade City. We have extended it a month because my mom isn't picking this book up. So I'm going to take the next
update
4 weeks to persuade her to give it a shot again. And if not, I will have either read it alone or with my mother. So that's my goal. We'll see what happens, but yes.
There you go. And then, for the Outlander read-along, you guys know we are in our 2nd book of the Outlander series, which is Dragonfly in Amber. I'm going to be starting this book. We technically have 2 months to read this, so this month and April, all of April. I'm going to go ahead and get started because, as you can tell, it's quite a novel.
It's a thickie.
Look at that flop. Ooh! I'm excited. Okay.
I like the color.
I know, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I really enjoyed the first one. Love the Outlander series, so I'm excited to continue in the form of a book. It's going to be fun. As you guys know, it's hosted by Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads, M from M Reads Romance, and Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, as well as myself. So we're just going to be getting into it. If you guys are interested in this, go ahead and click the Discord link down below. We are chit-chatting about those books there. If you guys want to check out our talk about Outlander.
I'm also, can't go a month without reading any romance. And while I will probably be mood reading a lot of romance, I definitely want to read It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Everyone seems to love this. It's kind of inspired Schitt's Creek, but it's like this Hollywood it girl moves to this like
Podunk town.
Yeah, just like a small Pacific Northwest beach town where she obviously butts heads with some, surly. It's giving me hometown cha-cha-cha.
We love a beachy town vibe. I'll say it.
Yeah, it's giving me hometown cha-cha-cha. It's giving me, what's that other show? Heart of Dixie.
Heart of Dixie.
You know? Okay. So like someone out, not in a new environment, not used to this, falls in love with someone opposite of her.
The burly, grumpy man.
Yeah, that's what this is giving me. And the reason I'm reading this is so I can read Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is the follow-up to this for the Sugar and Spice Book Club.
As well as a
NetGalley
arc. Well, I'll go ahead and talk about the NetGalley arcs that I'm going to be reading next month. So, you guys know Monique's going to be reading Hook, Line, and Sinker, Obvi. The other book that I'm going to be reading is called You Should Have Seen This Coming by Shani Michelle. It's a teen girl who sees visions of the past but must use her gift to save a kidnapped classmate. In this high-stakes YA thriller, you should have seen this coming. I don't know much more than that. I know it's coming out in April, so I'm going to try and obviously read it next month. We'll see how that one goes. And then I think the other NetGalley book that is also coming out in April, this one's fun. So this is God of Neverland by Gamma Ray Martinez. It is a magical reimagining of J.M. Barrie's classic, obviously, Peter Pan. Michael Darling, the youngest of the Darling siblings and former lost boy, now all grown up, must return to the life he left behind to save Neverland from the brink of collapse and keep humanity safe from magical and mythological threats, as well as answer the ultimate question, where is Peter Pan? Peter Pan is missing, Neverland is in trouble. For adults, that might not matter much, but for children whose dreams and imagination draw strength from the wild god's power, the magic we take for granted in the real world is in danger of being lost forever. So this is a Peter Pan retelling. We'll see how it goes, but I feel like this is going to be really fun. Also, the front cover is really fun. Like, look at that. No? I know you hate Peter Pan.
It's like giving me pirate,
Yeah, it's pirate vibes. I love pirates. I think it's gonna be great. And it's blurbed by Brandon Sanderson on the front. He said, breakneck pacing and wonderful imagination. I'm hoping that it's gonna be fun. We'll see. Anyway, so those are the two that I'm for sure going to be reading. Now, if I end up DNFing them, you guys will know. I'll let you know in the vlog, but those will be the ones that I'll for sure be getting to. Yeah, what?
I said, speaking of New Island book clubs, I am going to be reading Strange Beasts of China for her Found in Translation book club.
Nice.
What is that book about? Hold on.
Language.
I'll tell you.
We know it's language.
No, I think it's just a translated read.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
In the fictional Chinese city of Yong'an, an amateur cryptozoologist is commissioned to uncover the stories of fabled beasts. So it's like part detective story, part like metaphysical, discussions,
Okay.
So she's just trying to see why these strange beasts exist.
Strange Beasts
and,
of China.
I'm trying to click this, but it won't let me.
I was just telling you that. Remember I was telling you that this morning? Goodreads is so stupid. It wouldn't let me see the whole thing.
So there's probably more I could tell you guys, but I don't have that access due to the fact that
not Goodreads being so janky.
But I do want to read this. It's pretty much just trying to figure out why these strange beasts exist. It's kind of be academic, fantastical.
It's gonna be a good time.
Probably has some deep hitting things as well, which I love.
There
Pick
you
that
go.
up if you want to for the Found in Translation book club.
Speaking of book clubs, nice little segue. The Fantasy Series book club, which is the fantasy series book club that I host with Rachel from Let Me in the Library, Nicole Lee from Bon Bon Reads, and Jess from Books Past Bedtime. We will be reading the second book in the Poppy War trilogy, which is The Dragon Republic. I don't have that book currently physically for me to show you guys, but it is going to be here. So if you guys are interested in reading that book with us, obviously it's going to be the second in the trilogy, so make sure you've read the Poppy War. But you can join our Discord, which will be linked below, and also I will link the Poppy War Talk up there in case you guys are interested.
Speaking of another book we don't have physically.
And also for a book club.
Yes, it's No Exit, which we will be reading for our book club that we host together, the Movie Night Book Club. It is our March pick because the movie just came out.
I'm so excited for this book, dude. I loved No Exit.
I had a fun time. I'm thinking I'm ready to see what other people's thoughts are about the book, see if they agree with some of the things, because I don't think I gave it a 5-star.
You didn't, for sure not.
So I'm interested to see what everyone else thinks, but I feel like it will be adapted pretty well.
Yeah, I think the movie is going to be so good.
I'm interested to see if it's going to change, Yeah,
like how you perceive things.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's gonna be a reread for us because obviously we both have read that book, but we liked it, so. And it'll be real fun to watch. So if you guys are interested in joining our book club, you can hit that link down below. It's the Fable link, which will take you to the app, and then we can discuss the book during the month of March.
Yeah. And then join the Discord where we'll be able to discuss the movie.
Yeah. We will stream the movie through our personal Discord, the Roomies Digest. It's called House Party because, you know, it's a house party. Anyway, so yeah. Those are the book club books. And then speaking of a buddy read that we're going to be doing. Credence, baby, by Penelope Douglas. I'm so excited to reread this book, y'all. It's going to be such a fun time.
I pray.
So if you guys kind of like kept up with our channel, you know that last month we did a buddy read, I guess, of Den of Vipers. We basically did sprints with a couple other booktubers.
So the amount of times they're like, he'll love her or she'll love him or whatever, some variation on that, even though it might kill her one day. Like, I swear, like, if she doesn't die by the end of this.
Oh my god! Wait a minute, is that foreshadowing?
And we talked about this really crazy book called Den of Vipers. So we wanted to continue that cringy read-along club and read Credence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think...
Which is also a reverse harem romance, but it involves a step uncle and step cousins and a young girl. I won't get into it because Monique doesn't want to know about the book, but it's an isolated setting during winter. It is a fun time. I gave this book 5 stars. I'm very excited. Monique will probably hate it, but I'm gonna tell you, it's different than Den of Vipers, okay? It's definitely better in my opinion.
I can't do that again.
I think you'll probably like it more than Den of Vipers.
Maybe I'll simp for someone. We'll see.
I really think you're gonna like it more than Den of Vipers. Do I think it's gonna be a 5-star for you? I don't think so. But
we're gonna read it.
Is the writing prolific?
Prolific?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I was like,
no. Is it fun? Yes. It is so fun. And the end really turned it around for me.
You're really selling this.
There's something about an isolated setting. I was like, damn, this is really wetting my whistle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's 2 fans of it. So.
Yeah, me and Amanda love this book.
Yeah.
We'll see what the rest of them say. So we will be reading this and we'll be having sprints throughout the month of March. If you guys want to read that with us, join us.
Yeah.
Join us.
We'll be reading it live together.
Yes.
And then as a family.
As a fandom. And then last but not least, let's talk about the book of the month books that we're going to be reading this month.
I have had my eye on Vladimir by Julia May Jonas.
Look at that chest. I've never seen that book like...
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very interesting cover. I like the color green.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It's the color green.
Wow.
So this book follows the narrator. The first line, it says, "When I was a child, I loved old men, and I could tell they also loved me." And so that is like how you meet the narrator. Yeah, it's crazy.
Is this like a Lolita thing?
I don't know. I've never read Lolita, so I don't know. But it pretty much follows this English professor. Her husband is, I think her husband is the English professor. No, she is the English professor whose charismatic husband is being implicated in like a scandal at the school.
Oh no.
He's under investigation for inappropriate relationships with former students.
This is awkward.
Yes. And so it's like they've always kind of had like an open relationship.
Interesting.
But now that it's like becoming a whole thing, like it's just not as comfortable as they used to be with certain things.
Okay, well, yeah, because obviously if you sleep with students, that's like not good.
This is Arthur's debut, so I'm interested. I love to rereading the debuts from Book of the Month. They really the drama from
We Are the Brennans.
Don't even get me started with the business.
The drama y'all need to be reading.
I know. So
anyway, Vladimir.
I'm excited to read this one.
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then the Book of the Month book that I'm going to be reading is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, which I'm pretty sure Monique is also going to be reading this book as well. But y'all know, the whole bookish community has been salivating over this book, okay? Crying, sobbing, throwing up. So That's what we're going to be reading this month. It Ends With Us is basically about a young woman who has been to college, graduates, moves to Boston, and then she gets involved in this relationship with a neurosurgeon. His name is Ryle, like Kyle, but Ryle.
I know. Weird.
And he doesn't want to have a relationship, which she finds really weird. She's like, well, we're basically in one, so what's up? Then her love interest from back in the day, Atlas, comes into her life and
you know.
mucks things up. So there's lots of drama, lots of chaos. And what really seals the deal for me is this last little bit. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It's an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. Does that mean death? I don't know, but it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited to read this.
Yeah.
It's been on my TBR for a long time. I actually am technically on chapter 2, but I just knew I wasn't mentally prepared to
like
go,
read it.
Go through this heartache.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be good that we're reading it together.
So we can help each other. Yeah. I'm reading it for backlist readathon that I saw Sydney is hosting with some other booktubers.
Okay. Cool.
So I think this is old. This is an old book, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the reason I said this is perfect, because I wanted to read this, and because I've only read Verity by Colleen Hoover, so.
Yeah, this came out a while ago. Book of the Month does this thing where you can pick, sometimes you can pick like from categories, so this is in their love stories category.
Okay.
And that's how we got this book. Coho, baby. Coho.
I think that's the list.
I think that's it.
Let me make sure you guys aren't missing anything. We started book club.
I'm hoping I got everything in there. If I didn't,
you know follow us on Instagram
and we'll have reels for you. I don't know if we mentioned this, but the Book of the Month are obviously going to be in our Book of the Month vlog. If you guys are around our channel, you know that we do that every month. You'll get all the crying, sobbing, and throwing up.
Yeah. Not us being a mess on camera. That's honestly going to be
my favorite, though.
That's honestly going to be great for us.
It's definitely a good time when that happens.
I'm actually really excited now that you're going to read it too. I needed a friend. I think that's.
Oh, I'll be screaming.
I think that's really why I didn't read it because I knew I was going to want to talk to you about it, and you were going to be like, please don't. But anyway.
That's it.
That's it.
That's our March TBR, everybody. So if you guys have read any of these books, you have any advice for us on these books, let us know down below in the comments. If you like this video, give it a like for us. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to support me and Monique on this channel, and click that notification bell if you don't want to miss another video from us. Also, we do have a Discord if you guys want to join us. It's called House Party. We have a really fun time in there, and it's just kind of like the Roomies Digest little community.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah,
it is. Learning how it works. It's really fun.
Yeah, and we have quite a few peeps in there, so I'm sure the whole family would love to have you there. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything?
No.
Have a great March.
Let us know what you're reading. If you
have a great St. Patty's Day.
Don't read this.
Drink a Guinness.
Oh yeah. Should we?
I know. I was surprised you weren't going to read that one book, the love book.
I said that I might mood read whatever.
Oh, okay.
I did. I said that.
We'll figure out the Guinness thing.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, we're going to end this now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.